Welcome to PFT OT on Yahoo Sports. Peter King and Mike Florio looking at some of the biggest stories in the NFL. And one of the biggest stories and one of the most surprising stories, the AFC East technically still in play with 2 weeks left. And the Patriots hosting the Buffalo Bills on Saturday, an NFL Network game. Our friend Mike Tirico will be handling the play-by-play along with Hall of Famer Kurt Warner handling the analysis. Do the Bills have a shot in this game? We saw how close it was in Buffalo, 16-10. They harassed and harangued the Patriots. The Patriots emerged with the victory. Can the Patriots pull off a sweep, or can the Bills pull even with the Patriots with 1 week to play?
I think the Bills are going to win this game with one proviso, okay? If Josh Allen doesn't turn it over. Now, that's a big proviso because Josh Allen is a feast or famine guy a lot of weeks in the NFL. But if he plays an efficient game and doesn't turn it over, I think the Buffalo Bills will win this game, not just play a close game. But Mike, one of the sad things about this is you have to go down to, the real deep tiebreakers. And it's a common game tiebreaker to determine, if there's a tie at the end of the year, who's going to win it. And unfortunately, or fortunately, whatever, the Patriots win that tiebreaker. So New England's got to go 0-2 and Buffalo 2-0 down the stretch. And with the Miami Dolphins coming to Foxborough on a frosty Christmas week game that could mean a lot to the Patriots, I don't see the Patriots going 0-2 down the stretch. But I love this game. And I think for the first time, basically in a generation, we're talking about a legitimate chance of seeing a change of the guard in the AFC East.
Hey, and what a motivation it will be for former Patriots assistant Brian Flores, whose staff has other connections back to New England, for them to go in there and spark that changing of the guard. Because even though the Dolphins don't benefit from it directly, I think they benefit from someone other than the Patriots winning the division. So I think they'll be highly motivated to go in there and win that game week 17 if the Patriots lose to the Bills on Saturday. And here's the thing about the Bills that should be encouraging, win or lose on Saturday. They are 6-1 on the road this year. So when it's time to hit the road for the playoffs, which they undoubtedly will be doing unless they do win the division, that's good news for them. They've played well away from New Era Stadium. They're only 4-3 at home and 6-1 on the road. So that gives them maybe a little bit more of a chance when they go into New England, a place where they play every year, and they get an opportunity to beat the Patriots and at least pull even with 1 week to play. That in and of itself, even if the Patriots win the division, Pete, the fact that they'd have to win it on a tiebreaker is virtually inconceivable given how dominant they've been, and it raises real concerns about the Patriots in 2020, even if Tom Brady sticks around.
Look, here's the way I look at where the Buffalo Bills are right now. It's likely that they're going to be the fifth seed, in the AFC. So if they're the fifth seed in the AFC, they'd have an impossible road to the Super Bowl. Imagine having to beat Deshaun Watson, Lamar Jackson, and Patrick Mahomes, maybe, all on the road to get to the Super Bowl. But I could definitely see them winning at least one game in January. And, Mike, I go back to last year, the most painful game of Mike Florio's 2018 season, and that is Buffalo going into Minnesota and killing the Vikings. And that showed me that this coach is different, that this quarterback, the new quarterback, is different, and this team is different. This is a tough-minded football team, and they do not mind going into Foxborough. I can tell you that.
Hey, and let me tell you, one trick they may have up their sleeves for the playoffs, if not sooner, unleashing Josh Allen as a runner. They've been very careful with him this year. Now, one of the reasons they've been careful with him is he got blown up by the Patriots in Week 4 when he was running the ball. But look at last year. He had multiple games over 100 yards. He had two others with more than 90. He can move the ball with his legs. And when you're into single elimination mode, Peter, you add that to what you've been doing all year long, all of a sudden you may have something even more special with the Bills.
Love this game this weekend, and I will be watching every snap of them in the postseason. They are the most fascinating team, in my opinion, down the stretch.
We'll have more PFTOT on Yahoo Sports throughout the season. Have a great day.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.